Hello, my beautiful warriors of love and light, and welcome to this weekly reading from August 22nd to August 28th. Before we get started, I'm going to give a big shout out to all our Virgos that are celebrating this week, so happy birthday, and this month. So how have you been feeling? You know, it's so funny, I laugh every single time. After every time I do an intro, I'm like, next week, I'm not going to do a long intro. I'm going to do nothing, I'm just going to go into the astrology. Yeah, I'm back. Yesterday, I was woken up like every 5 minutes. I feel like actually I didn't sleep at all, and I received a lot of downloads, which I've written down, and I'm probably going to read from the book because I haven't had time to like really digest all the information and memorize it. So I'm going to read it to you, and it's pertinent to what I'm going to talk about anyways this week with this new moon in Virgo that's happening on August 27th. This new moon in Virgo, like we just came off a full moon that was a super moon, so it's like releasing heavy energies, and we're moving into a new moon, which is like bringing in a new perspective, a new like higher energy into our life, right? And Virgo is all about routine. I'm showing you the yellow because I'm going to explain to you after. Routine. It's all about overthinking, overanalyzing. They're all about, but they're also an earth sign, which is all about grounding within the body. Like you can relate health to Virgo. They're the sixth house, which is health and body. So we have, I don't know about you, but this week, I mean, every week has been very prolific when it comes to symptoms. And this week I've been experiencing again loss of breath, just strangeness in the body. Like I can't even explain. I don't even have words to explain. I just sit there and I'm like, there's something happening. But it's like otherworldly, and I'm feeling extreme fatigue, a little bit distanced from people, a lot of ear ringing. Last night it was off the charts, the ear ringing. So I was like, oh, downloads, upgrades are great. You know, I'm very open and welcoming to everything, but there is like this kind of energies happening. And you know, like a client reached out to me and said, oh, but I'm feeling super energetic and high. Is there something wrong with me? I said, no, man, there's nothing wrong, right? We're all going about this differently. We're all at different stages. We're all a different journey. Doesn't mean that I'm higher or like more experience or whatever, right? I'm probably older and I have a lot more shit to like clear out, but like it's okay. So we're all going through, and that's why we need all to be together and talking about these issues, not the issues, but these symptoms together. So that being said, this new moon in Virgo is this like moving into our bodies, right? Getting grounded, putting our feet on the ground, and like welcoming these integration, these activations, and finding that connection to Mother Earth. There's also this Mars is playing a very active role in this new moon. Mars is this like warrior planet, action planet, very divine masculine. Virgo is a divine feminine energy. So there's this like, come on, stop thinking and just do kind of thing. And you're like, what are you talking about, right? So like there's that kind of like almost imposing energy that you're going to start feeling this week, of like, okay, I need to start to ground, like I need to start to do something with these energies. What's also interesting is that Venus is active as well, and it's opposing Saturn and Uranus. So Saturn is our father planet, Venus is our mother planet. Saturn is our boundaries, limitations, like, and Uranus is our rebellious planet. So Venus is going up against these two planets that are like either like explosion or like restricting her, and she's like, okay, I need to get out of this relationship, this friendship, this family ship, this work thing. Like the people in your life, your relationships are coming up in full force with this Mars action as well, like coming up, and it's like, okay, stop holding back, stop resisting this change, move on it. So there's that kind of interesting energy, like with this fire planet and the earth sign of Virgo. Last week, I feel I went out with a family member of mine who's much younger than me, and we started talking, and I started talking about situation, the things that I am following, or my inner standing and my inner knowing, and there was much resistance from him, and it's okay, I get it. And I didn't impose myself, but he asked and I answered questions, but there was so much resistance that I understood it's so much easier to hold on to fear than to embrace the unknown, right? Because it's like fear is like you can pinpoint what it is, kind of. It's like fear is reality. It's like I feel people are at this point in their lives right now, they're like, what do you mean you don't believe in evolution? What do you mean you don't believe in this? What do you mean you don't this? And it's like, you're like, we're crazy, right? But this is what we've learned. This is part of the programming that we've learned. So I've been getting downloads recently of all this, they keep every night, they've been like, it's like messages coming in saying, hey, how are you going to get out of this old energy? You can't just talk about getting out of the old energy. You need to make changes in your life. And one is changing the routine in your life. So I'm showing you this again because this is yellow, very bright yellow. I'm always in black. If you watch sometimes I show up in a red or a blue, whatever, but the majority of my videos are black because I wear black all the time. It's like my armor. So they're like, you need to change up the smallest of routines. Even if you wake up every morning at 7 or 5 in the morning to do yoga every single morning, you're programmed. You've programmed yourself, your mind, to do that, even though you think it's like, but you gotta, to unprogram, you gotta change it up, change the whole scheduling of your life. I know some people I work from 9 to 5, I can't really change that. Then change up everything else, or find ways I'm going to work at home, or it's just these little slight changes, adjustments, these that you make in your life that can rewire your brain. It's quite expansive, actually. It's we don't give ourselves enough credit at how one small change can actually change your life. Making these changes in routines is like stepping away from the sameness of the mind. So the mind is, we all know that we are programmed. We've been for thousands of years or hundreds of years or how many years you've been here. And stepping away from this programming is what we are being asked to do, to move away from the old energy. Everything is old. Everything. So I spoke of routines, and then they brought up responding to a person or situation differently, like how you react and respond to people. So let's say, for example, let's say you have a friend that annoys you, right? And she or he brings up something always in your face, and you eye roll, right? You roll your eyes, you're like, okay, again, kind of thing. At that moment, that's programming. You've programmed yourself to react to your friend that way, and it's like a constant thing. So at that moment, you step into awareness and you say, okay, instead of rolling my eye, let me smile. Say, oh, that's changing the programming. So simple, right? You're like, so simple. Exactly. So that is everything that we can do in our lives, how we can get out of this automation, because that's what it is. Artificial intelligence. We are automated. We are robotic because we react the same way to things. We cry at the baby commercial. Instead of crying at the baby commercial, smile. It's so slight, but that's like a glitch in the matrix, a glitch in your automation, right? So that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we move into a new energy. Our minds like sameness, right? Our mind like following everyone. It feels comfortable with going along with everyone, following the hashtag of the moment, going against the grain. Your mind doesn't like it, and brings up fear, insecurity, anxiety. Like, oh no, I can't do this, what are people going to think? The people pleasing, the whole thing. But going with what everyone else is doing, that, I feel like I'm part of a movement. That's sameness of the mind. The mind, very comfortable there. The heart does not care about these movements, these hashtags, does not care about any of that. The heart is only full of love. And that's all it knows. When we shut off the mind, we don't dive into information. We don't drown in information. And it's easier for us to walk away from the old. Our heart only knows unconditional love. It also knows sorrow, but it will always revert to love. Our mind knows that sorrow brings about pain, heartbreak, grief, depression, suicidal tendencies, anger, rage, hostility, guilt. It can go on and on and on. It knows this. And will feed us all that information. It will feed us all that information until we shut it down in our programming. So it's like huge what I'm saying here, because it's like we've lived like this forever, right? As long as we know, we've lived like everything is an automatic response. If I see someone wearing yellow, I'm happy. If I see someone wearing black, I'm sad. Like, why? Like, it doesn't, like, if we shut our eyes, we don't see. Our eyes are our deceivers, right? Our eyes create these reactions and these responses. Like, that's what's going into our heart. I'm saying this information, but I'm learning this along with you guys. The downloads I kept getting last night were like, they kept waking me up and saying, yo, you are the light. You are the key code holder. You hold all these activations that are happening. Why are they happening? They're happening because you're needing to step into that leadership role that you have. It's like you're needing to step away from how you react and respond, how you judge and blame, how you see things. You have like your emotions that you attach to situations, to people. It's like it's huge. It's like the old way is the no way, right? We're not there. We can't. It's like we're needing to change it. Like, so they're like, change the way. Like, I'm not very routine, so that, like, I do whatever I want because I'm single and I can. But there's a way to like, I work from 8 to 1 p.m. every day, so change it up, right? So now I'm starting to work at 10 to whatever, or whenever I feel like it, because I can, because I'm a freelancer. But like, things like that, like I said at the beginning, if you are do yoga or meditation at a certain time, then change that up. It's all about reworking the mind. It's about changing the framework, the program structure in the mind. And that's how we move into this new energy. It's taking that power away from the mind, that it cannot, it's like that automation kind of like sticks to me all the time. It's like, yeah, you're right. I like react often the same way to certain people and situations, and It's coming into that awareness to how to switch it up. And I'm an automatic writer, so I got this actually late last night. So I'll read it to you. We've come back from the future to rectify our programmed selves. The only way to do that is to step into the awareness that 1, we were and are programmed. 2, that it's up to us to shut that shit down. By A, taking responsibility for all our decisions, our actions, our inactions. B, by truly loving ourselves and every person, stranger who has woken us up to our innate power, no matter the role they played, whether it was abusive or supportive. The great realization that you are light and it's always been you who holds the key to the goodwill and health of the planet changes everything. We are the key holders of the earth. It's time to own up to it and start loving her again by opening our hearts and switching off the mind filled with old programmed information. Not an easy task, but if we can unite and help each other along, then we have a chance to bring together the light and dark once again. So I thought that was very profound. I mean, it's all the information that I always say all the time in these readings, but I guess the more we talk about it, the more we get activated by it, or not, right? Like again, I'm not forcing you to listen to the intro. Not even a lot of people listen to the intro, so the ones who do, thank you very much. And it's just for us to it's not even for us to share this information, it's for us to become aware of it. For me, that whole reaction and response is like stepping away from the AI and roboticism of the world, right? I have to be on my, I can't live without my phone moments. All right, I love you guys, and if you're in Montreal, I'm going to be at the Festival de Mode Design on August 25th to the 28th. Come and see me from 2 to 11 p.m. I'm at the Sensation Mode booth. I'm going to be doing quick tarot readings, like past, present, future, do this, don't do this, advice, kind of 3-card readings, fast. It's free for you guys. So join me there, and I have a beautiful week. I know Virgo is all about self-care, but it's a lot about this moving away from this old energy. So feel the feels, people. I love you. So I'm going to be changing it up this week because we're not doing routine anymore, and I'm doing all the fire signs, the earth signs, the air signs, and the water signs. So check that out in the timestamps below. Love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Aries. We got transformation, which is the death card in the tarot. So a lot of changes happening for you. Like I said in Instagram, you're moving away from old energies perhaps, or you're moving into something completely new that has been stirring up for the longest of times. Perhaps there is loss in your family as well. There's just this feeling of saying goodbye. I feel like a pressure on my chest, just saying goodbye to this old patterns, old behaviors, old energies that have been just weighing heavy on you, and you're just next. That's that feeling right here. So let's see what's going on for you. So we have oracles and tarot, and I also have some messages for the new moon that's coming up. We have chop wood, which only speaks to me of work. If you're chopping wood. So let's just see all of them out here. We have thinker, overthinking much, Aries. We have the fates, which is beautiful energy. It's a 17. It feels like a star card, or it feels like a Wheel of Fortune card, like destiny. Then we have the 9 of Earth, which is the 9 of Pentacles, which is like financial independence. The Fool, an Aquarius card, which is interesting because the Fool is not thinking. Although Aquarius is a thinker, but the Fool is not thinking, just jumping into a journey. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So they're kind of showing up together. So we have this like energy for you, Aries, that you are kind of stepping, which is interesting, death. You're stepping into your destiny, your fate, where you're supposed to be, your mission, your purpose. But, and like perhaps in a job, like perhaps you've like started a new project, or you are thinking of starting a new job, or working in your home, renovating your home, doing something that is bringing about this feeling of accomplishment within you, that you've done this on your own. Like you didn't need anyone else to help you to do this. You're doing something. Maybe some of you are getting back to work. Some of you you've been like retired for a while and you're going back to work. You're thinking about like, or you're cleaning out for fall season. Just this feeling of removing yourself from an old way of working, of old way of doing things, of old way of organizing, and you're moving into something independent and like freeing. Very interesting energies, because then the thinker and the fool card show up, and it's like there's some of you that are overthinking this change, overthinking this move away. Like you're like, what if, you're like, you're doubting, you're hesitating. What if it doesn't work out? What if maybe I should just stick to the normal way of doing things? Maybe, like, you know, there's some of you that are kind of hesitant about moving away. I mean, in Aries, as much as a fire energy you are, you're also a bit, you're not as a risk taker as the Leo is, let's say, or the Sag is. You're still like grounded in a certain way. So there's this part of you that is overthinking the moves or the non-actions or something. But the fool is like, hey, can you stop thinking about it? Stop thinking about your past. Stop living in your past. Why are you keep regurgitating what he did to you, what she did to you, why this happened, when this happened, You keep bringing up the past. We're moving away from the past. We cannot live there anymore. If you continue to live there, then you continue to move in that loop again. You just stay there. You stay in that programming. If you didn't listen to my intro, I talk a lot about this. It's like you stay in the fear. You stay in the what you know makes you comfortable there. But we're moving into an unknown. So everyone fears this unknown, but it's like thinking keeps us in the known. Keeps us always like attached to the reality. Keeps us always. The fool is like moving into a journey. He has no idea where he's going, who he's gonna meet. He's like open to learning the lessons. So these are coming together, and they're feeling like it's time to it's time to make a choice. You know, it's your present. This is your past. Like, so it's like, do you want to just be overthinking, or do you want to make that move? Just jump. Take the leap, take the risk, go for it. You've worked really hard. You are a hard worker. We already know that. What are you afraid of? Because this is kind of the fates is showing up, and this is kind of where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be in this. You're supposed to be here. You're supposed to be jumping in with your 2 feet, not just one. You're supposed to be embracing this new path, as scary as it may feel to you, as like daunting as it is, as like evasive as it is. Like, what is it? What's waiting for me at the other end, kind of thing. And you're like, stop thinking, Aries. Just go, because this is where you're supposed to be. It's like we're so much in our minds. Our minds are full of programming, and we continue the loop. We continue blaming the people around us for what they've done to us. That we continue blaming everybody, shaming everybody. But it's like they were there to awaken you to this journey. They're there to get you to this place. So forgive them and let them go. If you keep them, holding on to them, you continue the loop. You continue the programming. You continue staying and staying and staying. And here we're asking for change, Aries. You're needing to move away from this like mind control, this ego that's keeping you in the victim mode and self-pity and like, well, he or she did this to me, so he or she owes it to me. No, they owe you nothing. Whatever they did, that's their karma, that's their issues that they have to deal with. Your responsibility is to jump into a new path, onto a new journey. Start fresh. Take these hopes and dreams that are coming towards you with enthusiasm, fervor, and change. Change is good for you. You're needing to change. So very interesting reading for you, Aries. I feel like some of you have been working really hard at this, or you're like, you've been working towards financial independence so you can get out of something perhaps, or you're just loving your job, or you're loving these renovations, or whatever it is that you're doing, this project that you're doing. It's like, it feels very liberating to me for you. But a lot of you are still in a heavy mental thought. And it's not helping you progress. It's keeping you down. It's holding you back from where you need to be. Because like these two cards coming together is like this destiny, fate. It's like abundance, luck. It's all there waiting for you. You are being asked to jump and not stop holding on to this past. Stop holding on to this old, comfortable energy of fear, right? Of judgment, of guilt. You're like, that's not comfortable. It is, because we know how to deal with it. Depression, sadness. We go into our darkness, we go into the bubble, or we like living in the fear. It makes you live with everybody else. Everybody else is scared around you, right? So it's like this comfortable bubble. But when you're not afraid, when you're not judgmental anymore, when you're not blaming or shaming, you're not like everybody else. So this is where they're asking you to move in. Become the leader that you are, Aries, which you are. You're the beginning of the astrology. You are the leader of the astrology. Just jump into that. And it's not like, oh, you have to be a leader, like hone in on, like, I'm saying be a leader within yourself. Be that sun that you are. Like, shine the light on your strengths or weaknesses, whatever it is, but like, forgive yourself, love yourself, and move into that unknown space. And that unknown space is your heart. It's not your mind. But there's great abundance waiting for you on the other side, and something is waiting for you as soon as you step into that. What an interesting energy this is. Definitely changes upon you. Death of an old and moving into a new. So your new moon energies, I was compelled to take 2 cards. Wow. I didn't realize. You got release. Just this fall. We're moving into fall. It's very interesting. But release is, again, you're holding on to like the old energy. You're holding on to those leaves. Like, that's what makes a tree. Because no, the tree needs to regenerate itself. It needs to get rid of those leaves and start fresh. And then you have, wow, Uranus, the planet, radically changed. Wow, changed, man. Look at that. Uranus is the planet of Aquarius. Interesting, right? This is the planet of rebellion, of revolution, of like completely changing the way you think, changing the way you work, perhaps. But it's like stepping into something that is not you, Aries, right? Steadfast, determined, doing this, and I have to do this, I have that obligation of an Aries. It's like, no, man, no more obligation. Let that shit go. Empty that mind of yours. Stop thinking so much. Stop thinking about other people, how they think about you and how they think about you on this journey, or who cares about these people. Release all the judgment. Release it all. Let them fester in their own little crapolas, or let them like judge you as much as they want to. Let them deal with their little like their own setbacks. It's not for you to take that on. For you, you need to move into this like freeing, liberating journey, like just going with the flow, listening to the heart, but not the heart of sorrow, depression, crying, right? Rage, anger. The heart of love, unconditional love for you, for humanity, for those who have wronged you. No one has wronged you. They're just mirrors of you. If they wronged you, it's because they were there to mirror you, to wake you up. It's a really difficult one for a lot of us to acknowledge, but it really is that. It's time for change, Aries. This is your wake-up call. Uranus here is like the new moon is like, get yourself grounded into earth, but also at the same time, don't get too comfortable in it. We need you moving and shaking. All right, Aries, I love you. Check your rising and your moon as usual, and also you can book a tarot and Akashic Records reading with me. I do Zoom or live readings. And have a beautiful week. It's an energetic week again, but trust yourself and trust the process. I love you, Aries. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Leo. So we got Chariot. Number 7 card is this like stepping into your Christ consciousness, stepping into your having faith in yourself. Chariot is a Cancer card, but it's also a card of victory, of success, of moving into something that is meaningful to you, but it's also a moving away card. So, as I said on Instagram, I really felt like this card was some of you are feeling a bit stagnant and you're needing to move away from a situation, a home, a family, a country perhaps. There's just this feeling of you setting yourself free. So sorry about the construction noise. It is what it is. All right, let's see what's going on. I've picked some Oracle and Tarot, and I've also picked 2 cards for your new moon energy. So we have Regeneration, which is a 4 plus 6, 10 card, new beginning. Kind of like this, it's almost like that feeling of moving away from something. There's this feeling of you like putting to bed something old, like an old behavior that you've been or an old part of you that's just not working anymore. It's just not fitting in anymore with this new energies. Like it. All right, so we have Unfinished Symphony. It's a 10. It's a new beginning again. Wow. 1 card. Again, this unfinished symphony. It's like some of you like find yourselves going over and over again a situation, like you're always like, but I don't feel like I feel like I could put a little bit more time and energy in this. Maybe I need to like, but it's like maybe it's not meant to waste more energy into it. Maybe this relationship is not supposed to work. Maybe this friendship doesn't suppose, like maybe, you know, maybe you're not supposed to be living here. So just move on. Very interesting. Okay. And then we have Fork in the Road. Okay, so some of you are stuck. Okay, let's see. The 6 of Cups energy. I will always say this. I always feel like she has like period cramps. This girl, doesn't it look like that? Like, or cramps. Anyways, the 6 of Cups is an energy of like old, like childhood. Interesting. Could be something from your childhood. Could be something that's been lingering for many lifetimes. Star card. Beautiful energy here. Like new opportunities coming your way. A healing. Transmutation. Like transmutive energies. Like moving away from something. Moving into like self-healing. Hopes and dreams coming true is the original message of that. And the 10 of Swords. So the 10 of Swords is an interesting energy because the 10 is like, again, a 1, right? If you look at it, 1 plus 0, it's like an end of a journey, a beginning. So there's a lot of beginning here for you. But the 10 of Swords is like if you look at the original, it's like a man lying on the bed on a ground, and there's like 10 swords in him, like he's been stabbed in the back one too many times. It's a feeling, could be feeling of betrayal, or feeling of like, I'm always in the same story over and over again. But it's like you're at the fork in the road. What do you choose? You choose to stay in this betrayal, this storyline that doesn't feel comfortable to you, that is jarring in a way. It's very heavy. The Ten of Swords is like, okay, like you can get up, take out these swords out of your back, and move into a new energy. It's all up to you. There could be someone, it could be something of like the Six of Cups, could be someone from your past that's coming in, that's like changing things up for you. Could also be like you're holding on to your childhood, you're holding on to a childhood trauma, and that's why you're having a hard time moving. Like you keep reverting back to this and saying, well, I'm not good enough, or could be an abusive relationship, emotionally, physically. Could be something that is a trigger inside you that keeps you stuck in this old and not moving. And it's like, no, we need to regenerate, renew ourselves. It's time to put this to bed, forgive it, and release it, because you're just moving. You're going in loop and loop and loop. You're not ever really facing the issue. You're seeing it and you're like, okay, but you're surface leveling it. That's why it's like, get on those horses and get out. That's the feeling I'm getting here. The Unfinished Symphony. I don't know what the meaning is, but when I look at it, it's like she's sitting on an egg, and with this keyboard music. It's like, why do you keep writing the same song over and over? You keep writing the same lyrics all the time. Like that, I almost feel like some of you are holding on to the past. You're holding on to the what's comfortably numb for you. And yet you're being given this like vase of given this like these healing energies. You're being offered this. You are a star, my beautiful Leos. You are the star in the sky. You have the power and the light to get over this trauma, these triggers, these this old. I really believe it's like an old song, an old story that you're holding on to because it's comfortable, because it's like what I talked about in the intro, that we hold on to fears and insecurities and all this, because as uncomfortable as they are, they keep us in the sameness. Like everybody else is feeling that right now, so I feel like that too, and it feels good to be with people. The herd of people all feel scared. They all feel like depressed. They all feel like, oh yeah, me too, I'm depressed, because there's like, but Leo, they're asking you, it's time to get out of that. It's time to shine again. It's time to like step out of this kind of this internal pain, this sadness that you're feeling, this darkness that you're feeling, this self-pity, maybe some of you. Like, it's easier to be a victim than to actually be the leader, right? It's easier to like, oh no, this is what's happening to me, it's happening to me, it's happening to me. It's not happening to you. You're allowing it to happen to you because you're sitting in it, and you keep replaying the same story again. You keep allowing the energies to take control of your mind and your heart. And here you're being given this like opportunity to move into something of a higher energy. And so like here, it's so interesting because you're being given this opportunity with the star, and then you're at this fork in the road. You're like, well, I'm not sure what to do with it, right? Do I stay with these, do I just stay in this like storyline because it's comfortable to me? Or do I get up on these horses and I get the F out, right? That's the thing here. It's like, what, like, you know, I can't tell you what to do and no one can tell you what to do. But if you like to stay in the old energy of programming, which is like fear and sadness and depression and darkness and guilt and whatever, or you move into a new, which is what, right? We don't know what the new is. But in my personal opinion, I don't want to live in fear. I don't want to live in this energy. This doesn't make me happy. I have no idea what's coming, but I'm going to trust the process. And I'm going to take out these freaking swords, and no one's going to stop me from taking these swords out, and I'm going to freaking go. Right? I'm going to jump into the unknown and embrace it. But that's me, right? So that's not everybody. So some of you I feel like some of you are getting stuck and it's okay to get stuck in it. But it's like there's also that lion part of you that can't really function in a stuck energy because you just want to roar, right? You are the king of the jungle. But some of you need to be looking at some old traumas. I feel like childhood trauma coming up for you, people from your past showing up and triggering you. There's just something very deep here for you, Leo, and you're needing to face it, face the new story, face the new song. Because there's lots of healing energy coming your way, you're just rejecting it subconsciously. And you're at that precipice moment. You're at that moment where there's a fork in the road and there's a 10, there's a 10, there's a 10. Everything is like screaming, it's new energy showing up here. What do you want to do, Leo? And this is not like, this is 6 and this is 13. It's 19. 1 plus 9 is 10. Everything speaks new here. We are, and 17 is 8 is strength. Find that strength within you. 8 is the strength card, is a Leo card. Find that strength inside you and just go and move away from that sameness and that comfort of low energy. You are fierce. You are brave. It's time to move. So your new moon energy cards, I have 2 cards for you. Interesting. You have the house 11, which is an Aquarius energy. Well, no, this is the star is Aquarius. I was like, the Aquarius energy is also the Fool card, which is like jumping. I love it. Friends, like-minded groups, and humanitarian beliefs. And look at this card. You have happiness. I kind of like this is showing up for you. Because don't you want to be happy? Don't you want to live like, this is like social, you love social life, you love to like gather with your friends, you also like to help people. This is the time for you. New moon is encouraging you to go there. Step away from this old energy. It's not working for you. This is not working for you here. It may have been working for a while, but it's not who you are. You're stepping into something abundant, like love, like it's a change of mindset. It's bright, shiny, and new. Leo, I love this energy for you. Amazing. I feel like some of you might even be asked to join communities or even step into like an innovative technological like way of doing things, like kind of AI but more humanitarian and less robotic. But that's just because I see that card here. The fact that Aquarius is here too, it feels like you're being asked to move into new. Like basically, it's all here. Like we need the regeneration. We need you to move into the star that you are. Stop holding yourself back. I feel like some of you are, because of this uncomfortable darkness. All right, Leo, we have this fork in the road. It's your choice. So new moon in Virgo is kind of pushing you towards this, and this is coming for you. So I hope you make the right choices. Move away from those old energies. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Also check your rising and your moon if you need other messages, if this didn't resonate with you. And that's it for now. Have a beautiful week. Love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Sagittarius. So if you're coming from Instagram, you didn't get to see this card because it flew off the table and I couldn't reach it while I was doing the video. So here is the card. This is a hermit card. Usually the original illustration is like a wise old man with a lantern, but here in this case it's a huge, like, massive wooden door with keys hanging on top. So it's like soul searching, right? Finding that door that's within you. Is your door closed? Why has it been closed? For yourself. I feel like some of you have been spreading yourself thin, like helping others, not really going within and really looking at what, or like seeking deep inside what is the issue inside of you. Like you are always reflecting, deflecting perhaps, right? And not going within. So let's see what this card is all about. I'm doing Oracle and Tarot, and I have 2 cards for your new moon energy. So we have To Be Fair, which is like a justice card, to be fair. It's like, so maybe legal matters, or like separation, divorce, child custody, or could be business negotiations, business dealings, could be a lease agreement, could be a lot, whatever it is of legalities, could be a court case, could be an arrest, or it could just be relationships, because Libra is the 7th house, which is relationships. So that's a lot to talking here. So 38 is 11, so divine number. Let's see. Tick tock. Wow, this is a very interesting energy. Is there perhaps a date of this court proceedings, or perhaps it's like, yo, when are we gonna start making some moves? Saggy. Blessed. 22. 11, 22 energy. Very nice. And also a 3. So it's like 1, 2, 3 kind of energy. This like evolution, like movement forward. The Messenger of Air, which is the Knight of Swords in reverse. So the Messenger of Swords is an energy, like a fast energy. He's a warrior energy. It doesn't look like that here. She's in the water, or is she in the water? She looks like she's in the water, but she has like feathers, like an air energy, but in reverse speaks of delay. Interesting. Then we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. New love, new like baby coming, but in reverse. So excuse me, not a new beginning in love. So let's just see what else is going on. Dude, you have Ace of Earth in reverse. So Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So like a financial setback, a missed opportunity. 3 reversals. Okay, reversals like are always like, oh my god. It's also a release. It could also be like you're resisting a change in your life. So when we see the Justice card and the Messenger of Air, so there might be a delay in your court proceedings. There might be a delay in the separation or the divorce or the breakup, or whatever legality it is. Some of you are waiting for something to happen, and it's just not going to happen as fast as you want it to happen. It could also be an energy of you, like not making it happen, you being afraid to go there, right? You being afraid to approach this subject with your partner, with a relationship, with a friend, with a work, a colleague, a boss, whatever it is in your life. There's a feeling that you are being asked to step it up, sign that contract. Maybe it's like you're wanting to move out and you're like, I don't know if I should sign the lease, that kind of feeling. It's just like you're kind of holding yourself back from making the move. Perhaps that's why the Hermit is there. It's like, go within, ask yourself, why are you holding back from it? Why are you resisting this change? Why are you resisting this move to sign this contract? TikTok, Ace of Cups. It's like the Ace of Cups speaks of like new love, new beginnings, and emotional, like new. But you're here. It's like, why are you hanging on to this person in your life? Why are you staying with this person that's not? I'm not saying every single Sagittarius, right? But there's a feeling like you're holding on to something that just wants to end. Like some of you maybe have been trying to get pregnant. Maybe your fertility is not there, and you keep like trying and trying. You're taking all the drugs or whatever it is, and it's just like, it could be like your biological clock is ticking, but I also feel like it's not the time. It's not the right time for love. It's not the right time for starting a new relationship. It's not the right time for I don't know why it's coming to me like this, but I almost feel like some of you are like with this, the Justice card here and this, it's like some of you are holding on to a relationship, whether it's romantic, whether it's friends, it's a family. You know when I talk relationship, talk every single human in your life. It's like the universe is like, yo man, what are you doing? Why are you wasting time? Like, it's in reverse. Like, release. Just release it. You're holding on, and you're like ignoring the divine timing. You're ignoring that the time is up, kind of thing. And the blessed comes in. It's like you're a blessed soul. You're blessed. You're blessed with gifts and abilities. You're blessed with abundance and love and luck. You have all of this is like available to you. Yet you, like with TikTok and this, you're just holding back. You're holding yourself back, and you're staying in a comfort zone, I guess. Because the Ace of Earth, it almost feels like, oh wow, like you've missed out on really great opportunities when it comes to new business, new projects, new relationships, new whatever, because you've like been holding on to something that's just not working in your life. You've been holding back on signing this contract. You've been holding back on signing this agreement. You've been like you've been playing with your divine timing, because the divine timing happens when it happens. And then if you like miss the opportunity, then again you have to wait for months and weeks and years. That's why I keep saying, start listening in and listen to the call when it comes in. Even as uncomfortable as it is, you gotta take it, people. You are being blessed with new opportunities, and yet you're resisting them. You're resisting everything. Aces, all your aces are reverse. It's like you're actually missing out on greatness coming your way because you're stuck in an old energy. You're stuck in an old relationship. You're stuck in an old job, a house, a situation. Again, it's that like you're stuck inside that door. Like, open that door. Open your soul. Let the high vibes come in, kind of thing, right? Like, raise that frequency. Stop dimming your light for others. You have it all like working out for you. It's all like it's all set up for you, Sagittarius, and yet you're resisting. And with this resistance, you get stuck. You have so much blessings coming your way, man. Okay, this is the new moon energies. We have focus, like this, what is it? Leopard? Cheetah? I don't know. I'm so bad with the felines. And then you have Mars. Move forward and defend itself. Interesting. Okay. Mars is playing a huge part in this new moon in Virgo. It's like pushing the relationships, pushing you out of your comfort zone, taking you out of these stuck relationships, which is kind of interesting. Moving you out of the routine of life, getting you to focus in on the door that needs to be opened within your soul. It's like, come on, the Sagittarius, stop. It surprises me because you're not such a sign that is so stuck on like comfort. You like the unknown, you like to step into new, and here you're holding yourself back from it. So take some time to go into the mountains, maybe connect with nature, but you're getting like this push this week or the next few weeks that might be uncomfortable because there's a lot of resistance on your part, but you're being like, this is like the card, it's like blessed. You're being blessed with love and abundance and luck and a whole bunch of positive, like the Wheel of Fortune card is the U card. So I don't know if I'm not sure if this is the Wheel of Fortune card, but it doesn't matter. I'm making it the Wheel of Fortune card. I'm like, you need to, like, which is you, the Sagittarius card. Let's like get into that, please. Stop resisting. You're holding yourself back from greatness. You don't even know it by staying in the known, in that which makes you feel comfortable, which really doesn't. So I like that Mars is coming to make you move forward and to propel you out of this. All right, Saggy, I hope this resonated. If it didn't, do check your rising and your moon, and have a beautiful week. And as usual, you can always book a tarot reading with me or an Akashic Records reading. I love you, and bye. Hello, my beautiful Taurus. We got the Three of Swords. I'm not gonna lie, when I saw this, I was like, yo, what is this? So the Three of Swords is like heartbreak, grief, loss, pain, deep sorrow, like deep darkness. But then I thought about it and I said, you know what? We've had such great and enlightening cards in the past few weeks, months even. This is probably just a little like push towards releasing yourself from, like, the final push away from that energy that's keeping you down in this old programmed state. Like, why are you hanging on to that relationship? Why are you hanging on to that friendship? Why are you hanging on to that career, that job, that why are you hanging on to whatever is making you feel drained and unhappy? Why are you hanging on to that? Because you've been married for 50 years, because you've been friends for 10 years. Like, you know, like, we tend to do these things because we're in a programmed state. We tend to hold on to things because, well, that's the way it is. That's the way and then they're going to think I'm a bad person. They're going to, but it's like, that's an old you. And an old you is going to go through this heartbreak and get ready to fly into a new you. And, you know, you're not going to make a lot of people happy while you're breaking free from the old. But when you get into that new, you will be able to embrace that old into your life because you'll be ready. You'll be already freed of it. and you'll be open to sharing and loving and accepting unconditionally. But right now we're kind of stuck in it. It's a very interesting energy. This also could be an energy of some of you might have experienced some loss recently, or you're feeling loss. Maybe you've lost a past loved one and it's coming up. That could be feelings like that. But it's also a feeling of coming into recognition that these people are around you. The energies are around you at all times. The soul never dies, just the physical form. All right. I'm using Oracle, Tarot, and I have 2 cards for the new moon. We have the Observer. What an interesting energy. The Observer is just like stepping outside of your life right now and moving into a where we're supposed to be, actually, in not so involved in the emotions of life, not so not taking things personally, not like reacting and responding the way we always do. Instead, just stepping outside of ourselves and looking at things, like being a hangman kind of energy. Let's just see where this is taking us. Time for a nap, 100%. Like, this is like relax, man. Take some time for yourself. You're feeling extreme fatigue. I am. You're feeling it's time for self-care, which is great. Virgo energy, chaos and conflict. 33. That's like a Tower card. So there is some of you are finding yourself up against some heartbreak, some big decisions that you need to make. And I love the Tower card. A lot of people don't like it, but I love it. It's like in your face energies that you have to deal with. Like, stop ignoring them. Stop like hiding behind them. Stop being surface level, Taurus. You're needing to go deep and like face and the obstacles, the barriers that you've built, the building blocks that you've built in your life. The Devil. Interesting. Okay. Ego, the mind. The Page of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Could be your children, could be someone younger in your life, but it could also be a new way to love yourself. Or 2 of Wands. You're at a crossroads. Wow, man. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Okay, this is all very clear right now, because the devil we all know is like attachment to material, but it also could be attachment to people or situations. It could be your mind programming, your ego. Could be addictions, like OCDs, gambling, shopping, drinking, like excess in an area of your life. Lust. It could be a lot of things. The devil, like what you think about. But for me, it's an ego thing. And that's why the Observer is here. It's almost like we are too much into our minds, Taurus. You're too much in, what are they going to think, and how, like, too many questions. You're asking yourself, you're hiding from the truth. It's because the 3 of Swords is here. Because some of you, I feel, are just like living very surface and not really wanting to face. Wanting to face what's staring right in front of them. And that's why you're being asked to, can you step outside of this relationship, this friendship, this like situation in your life? Can you step outside of it and really look at it? What does it bring me? Why am I here? Why am I feeling this way? What can I do to like make a change? Why am I really happy in this situation? Am I fulfilled? Am I rewarded? All the questions, Observer questions. But also, like, one step further is to actually just empty that mind and not ask those questions. and go with the heart, which is the hardest thing, the most challenging thing ever, right? Well, emptying your mind means just to like respond and react with heart. So look at your romantic relationship, look at your kids, your family members, your whatever, how, and what's the reaction, what's the response to these individuals in your life. Don't think about it as a mind thing. Release this and go into your heart and say, I truly love them, but you know, I feel empty, I feel like whatever. And these are honest ways of looking at things. It's like, who said this journey is really like exciting, right? It's like freaking challenging. And then there's like a part of you that's like probably like living kind of surface so much that you're exhausted, or you're like lying to yourself, or you're not being true to yourself, and that's why you're tired maybe. Or maybe you're just activating and you need to freaking relax, right? But this Page of Cups energy speaks to me of children, your kids, or maybe younger people in your life that are exhausting you, that are draining you of energy. There could be also like a new love coming in, but I don't feel like that's the case here. It doesn't feel like that to me. It feels like also you could be moving into the your purest form of yourself, like a naivety and innocence again. You're going back to the origins of your blueprint, which is like to see life differently. That could be interesting too. But I really feel like some of you are in the process of developing or trying to figure out your bonds with your children. Whether they're young or they're old, doesn't matter. There's just this feeling here of exhaustion when it comes to that. Or people younger than you. Like, it doesn't have to be your kids only. It could be your grandkids. It could be other people. It could be younger people, teenagers, whatever. But there's this feeling of you feeling a bit drained. And there's a chaos here. Again, it's like you keep coming up against the same situation in your life. And as enlightened and awakened we have been in the past few months, there's still some underlying painful situations that keep creeping up, and they're like, yeah, we need to not to fix this, but we need to come to terms with this. We need to release it finally, Taurus. Because you keep finding yourself back at this crossroads. You keep saying, okay, so now what do I do? Do I stay? Do I go? Do I move? Do I live? You know, like there's all this like seesaw moments. And it's going to come up again with this Tower moment. It's going to like, you're going to be faced with it again. It's gonna keep coming up again, because we're here to release ourselves from this. We're here to move into a new energy, and we cannot not hold on to any old. It will not work. If we keep reacting, responding, like judging, whatever, the same way that we used to before. And many of you are in your head, and many of you are exhausted. Yet you're like, your energy is drained from all of this. Like thinking and doing, what do I, the kind of, you're asking yourself, you're doubting, you're hesitating, and then you find yourself in a fucking storm, the eye of the storm all the time. And you'll find yourself in that storm again, because you haven't really faced it. And you're going to be back at that crossroads, making that decision again. Do I stay? Do I go? Do I like love or not love? Do I, you know what I'm saying? It's that, I feel heavy with that. So the new moon energies is openness in Cancer, nurture, comfort, and protection. So perhaps you have a Cancer in your life that you need to rely on for comfort in the next week or so, but it doesn't have to be mean that. I mean, Cancer is like, is the fourth house. It's like staying home, staying with your family, like reconnecting with those that are bring you life, like those that make you feel alive again, that make you feel open and one with yourself and authentic kind of thing. It's like those that can help you move out of the ego. There's a reconnection with your children, I feel. There's a reconnection with family again. There's a reconnection with like your heart. And it's time to be open about it. I kind of like this with this full moon here. I like that it's time to really start to look at things like at face value, instead of, you know, the way we like to look at things very yeah, it's okay, and brush it under the carpet. And it's okay to feel this way for Taurus. Yeah, of course, it's okay. I'm dark, I'm depressed, I'm sad, whatever. But no, man, like the Tower card is showing up. It's like, no, it's like enough now. You want to keep always being at this crossroads all the time, Taurus? No. You're exhausted, you're struggling with your ego, you're struggling with other people's egos. It's like, it's a lot. It's time for some self-care, my beautiful Tauruses. But it's also time to face this and not have to deal with this anymore. Wow. Okay. Can't all be freaking rainbows for you guys. So there's a little bit of heavy energy here, but it's kind of a releasing energy too, because we need to get out of these patterns, these old patterns that we're in. So try to empty that mind of yours, go into your heart, but get ready for some movement when it comes, like chaos and conflict to come your way. I know we don't like to face the conflict, but it's coming, and there's going to be decisions that have to be made. All right, my beautiful Taurus, I love you. Even though the cards are a little heavy this week, do check your rising and your moon if this didn't resonate at all, so you have other messages to look at or listen to. And also feel free to DM me for a tarot reading or Akashic Records reading. All right, I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Virgo. We got Hangman, which is ruled by Neptune, which is a Pisces energy. But Hangman to me is kind of beautiful coming to you, because we know that you think a lot. We know that your mind is always moving. You're always like busy with something. It's never like you can never find quiet time. All the Virgos I know, I don't know any of them that actually can relax. Like, I mean, I'm sure you can, because you are a self-care sign, but you're always on the move. And this is like, can you step back, man? Can you stop thinking about tomorrow and next week and next month and why this person is doing this and why this is happening? Why am I dreaming about this? What? Just stop. Like, be the observer for once in your life. It's a new moon in Virgo. Take a step back and observe everyone else. Go into that heart, step away from the mind. Let's see what's going on for you this week. So I have 2 cards for you for this new moon energy. We have Serendipity. 18 nines, the end of a journey. Serendipity is like things just falling into place, right? Being an observer and observing things just moving as they're supposed to, because you're trusting the plan. I like this actually. Mending. So there's some mending of relationships, or maybe some of you are doing some sewing this week. Kidding. Maybe. Who knows? And a yang energy, divine masculine energy. Okay, I'm going to look into these cards. People are mending fences. Maybe you're mending old relationships with a divine masculine. Maybe you're a divine masculine watching this, and it's like everything is just moving into place. Tower. Wow. I didn't expect that card to be under serendipity. Okay, the Queen of Wands, which is an Aries. The Tower is a Scorpio, Aries. And the Page of Fire is Aries, Leo, Sag. The Divine Masculine is Aries, Leo, Sag, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So, yeah, that's what it is. So there's an interesting, what is going on here? It's almost like the Tower card showing up is like chaos and conflict coming your way is the only way for you to actually see how life is supposed to be in your life. If you understand what I'm saying, it's like it's never boring with you, Virgo. Is what it's saying here. There's like the only way for you to see how good life is or how life should be or could be for you is if you are confronted or faced with like a massive blow up or chaos in your life. You're like, okay, why is this happening? Why is he or she coming back in my life? Why is they're saying this about me? Like it's almost like you thrive on this, like to maybe you don't thrive on it, but you attract it because you're constantly in thinking mode all the time, that you're like attracting all these like scenarios in your head. And it's like, can you just let things go? That's what it is. Can you just let things happen the way they're supposed to happen in serendipitous ways? Just allow things to flow instead of always creating drama in your life. And there is, to me, a mending between it with you and an Aries or a Queen of Wands, like a maternal, I don't know if she's so maternal, but a mentor in your life. Or, I mean, she's definitely very warm. She's just not as maternal as the Queen of Pentacles. Like the Queen of Fire is more boisterous, more like outgoing. It could be that part of you is like you are coming to terms with, or you are coming to terms with an Aries or this woman in your life and accepting the role in your life. Or helping, allowing them to mentor you or strengthen you. Like there's the mending card has the two of them working together. Like maybe you'll be collaborating with a woman in your life or an Aries. I mean, Aries is showing up twice here and 3 times and 4 times. So, and Leo and Sag. Leo and Sag here as well. So there's this feeling of you, the yang is like a divine masculine. So it's like action. So you taking action by starting a new relationship, by you starting a new friendship, a new project, or going into partnership with a man, whether it's relationship or business or whatever. There's just a feeling of you stepping into a more active role instead of a thinking role, right? Like Virgo is divine feminine, so we're more emotional, we're more thinkers and less like doers. Like we do things, but we like when people do around us. But this is kind of forcing us to like make those moves, whatever it is that's like simmering, whatever has come up that has like caused a conflict within you and you're like unsure what to do. There's this these energies like, just do it, man. What are you waiting for? Just jump into it. Just stop thinking about why is this happening, what could have happened if this happened, da, da, da. Like stop it. Like trust that the serendipity that is happening here is meant to be, right? And maybe that serendipity comes with Tower moment. It had to like break down and collapse really drastically for you to see that things are meant to be this way, right? Some of you are having to like come face to face with probably a very tower moment in your life where it's like, I'm gonna have to leave this lucrative job, and I have to leave this thing. I'm going to have to leave my home, or I'm gonna have to like move into something completely new, and it's scaring the shit out of me because I'm a Virgo and I like routine and I like things like the way in my box. But it's like, these are like just freaking jump, man. Like divine masculine is just like the warrior. It's like bravery. It's just do it. What are you waiting for? Stop thinking. This is what it is. There's too much thought process here for you guys. And definitely there's like a mending of like you're repairing a relationship with a woman or an Aries, like I said, or just relationship with yourself, like coming into your power kind of thing, not allowing others to influence you so much anymore. Maybe there was a female in your life that is there could be like a gossiper around you, or someone who likes to cause problems, and you're just like, I'm over it. I'm just gonna like mend my ways with her. I'm gonna step back and observe the situation. I'm going to allow life to take its course, but at the same time, as I'm being the observer, I'm also acting. Like the divine masculine energy is very apparent here. So it's like asking you, like, even though Queen of Wands is a divine feminine energy, the Queen, she's Aries. She's also impulsive, and she's also like a doer. So we're being asked to do. You are being asked to take the steps, start that new beginning, start that new project, start that new job, release your need for control, release your need to like think, right? Overthink things and overanalyze things, and just do. Just do what your heart is telling you. Go for it. It's ready. You're ready. There could also be like a child involved with the page, with a man. Maybe you're having a child with the man. Who knows? Or it could be like a male. You could have a lot of. You have like children that are male, or men around you, friends. There's just a feeling of you stepping into that masculine energy, or getting support from that kind of energy as well. Anyways, your new moon energy is, look at that, love. We're moving into love and trine. Angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. I love it. Trine is the 3 planets that are like aligned together, and there's a feeling of flow, serendipitous flow coming towards you with this new moon, but in love. So love for self, love for others, love coming towards you. Allow it to come in. Stop with the drama, Virgo, because you're thinking too much. Allow yourself to be an observer, but also like while you're observing, because you're not thinking, you're just doing. Understand? All right, my beautiful Virgo. As usual, check your rising and your moon if this didn't resonate, and also DM me if you would like a tarot reading or a Akashic Records reading. And I love you, and enjoy this new moon in Virgo. Happy birthday for you, any Virgos out there. The energies are like obviously potent and high for you this week. You also could be feeling, but it's not full moon, so you could be feeling energized on the new moon. Feel into it. There's a lot of grounding coming into your bodies. Enjoy it. I love you. I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Capricorn. So we got the Judgment card, which is the 20, which is the 21 is the World card. It's the end of the tarot journey. So it's like the Fool has gone through all the lessons, and he reaches this aha moment in his life where he's like, oh, that's what I was supposed to know. This is the part of the mastery where I'm supposed to be at. I need to stop judging myself. I need to stop judging other people. I need to just be me, authentically me. I've reached that stage in my life where I know my self-worth, I know what I deserve, and I need to just accept and stop thinking about things. Right? The Judgment card is ruled by Pluto, which is this like destroyer planet. It's also Scorpio, which is this dark, like always like going within and keeping things inside and bursting kind of thing. But it's like, come on, Capricorn. I feel like some of you have lost a little bit of self-confidence over these past few months, and it's like, come on. You got this. You know what you want. Live in that kind of energy. So I'm using Oracle and Tarot, and I have New Moon energies as well. So let's start with these Oracle cards. We have Here and Now. Get present. Stop thinking about yesterday. Stop thinking about tomorrow. Live in the moment. Living in the moment clears a lot of mind clutter and programming in your mind, because you are always like overthinking. If you're in the yesterday, well, I should have done this, I could have, would have, blah, blah, blah. And the future is like, well, maybe this is what's going to happen to me. I'm going to become this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. All these grander like visions that just weigh heavy on you. It's just live for today. You won't have to worry about tomorrow. So, community. Perhaps some of you are joining a community. Perhaps you are developing that at your workplace or within your family, friends, or you're part of a strong community and something. This is a reminder that you need to like get together again with these people. That is where your strength is. It's an 8 up here. Maybe you're organizing a new community. Why? Oh my God, the question is why? Why, Capricorn? Why you still thinking? Let's see what's going on. 4 of Cups. I'm gonna pull them all out. The Knight of Wands, Sagittarius energy. And the Lover's card underneath the Y. Okay. Lovers is also a choice card. So you're in the here and now. I kind of like this because the 4 of Cups is this energy of, it's a Cancer energy, very emotional, very like, I'm stuck in the water, I don't know what to do, I'm annoyed, I'm bored, you're feeling kind of squeezed. The 4 of Cups could also be a hangover energy, right? You went out the night before and now you're like, oh. But in this case, I don't think it's this. In this case, I feel like you're so stuck on the past and the future that you're not able to see what you have in front of you. You're so worried about what you should have done or what's going to happen and how is this going to, like, that you're like missing out on the very strength of right now. Right now is all you need to worry about. Right now is only happiness, right? Even if you're feeling upset, you can change that reaction. You can change that emotion like quickly. The reason we stay upset is because we're upset at that person that did this like 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 5 minutes ago. But now he's not doing that anymore. Now you switch it up. You're upset because, well, you've effed up my like plans for the future. Why are we living there? Why not live right now in this very moment? This very moment, like literally, like switch it in your brain. Like 5 minutes ago, he yelled at me. I'm pissed at him. But right now, am I pissed at him? Yes, I'm still pissed at him because 5 minutes ago he yelled at me. But right now, is he yelling at you? No. So that's how easy it is and hard it is. So let's see what else there is here. There's like a messenger of fire, which is the Knight of Wands, which is community. Which is interesting because the Knight of Wands energy is like a playful, like a a fling that you have, a summer fling that you have with someone, or perhaps in your community, maybe you went away this year and you had a fling and still on your mind. But or it could also be you working closely with someone who's Sagittarius, or someone in your family, but it's like trying to work things out together. I'm trying to understand why all this is here, because why, and the Lover and the Knight of Wands in the community, like it almost feels like some of you may have had a summer fling. Some of you may have fallen for someone other than your partner, or someone outside of you, like even if you're single, someone that you probably would never have thought of, kind of thing. And you're like, why am I in this? Why am I feeling these ways? Why am I feeling these feelings? Like someone outside of your community, kind of thing, or someone inside, like, like there's this feeling of you in a kind of a questioning mode. And that's why the here and now is like, stop thinking so much about the whys, because you can't answer the whys. Like, why? It's just like a very open-ended question kind of thing. I feel like some of you have feelings for people outside of your normal, and it almost came in as like are you for real? Like, why am I interested in this person, kind of thing. And you're at a crossroads now, right? You're at a crossroads where you're at this like portal in your life. You have to make a choice. Do I like pursue this? Do I stay within my comfort zone, or do I stay in the here and now, kind of thing? I don't actually. I feel like some of you have been very impulsive this summer, and now you're questioning your behavior, your actions, or your non-actions, but your thinking, like your thinking process, and hence why you are in this state of like not trusting your mastery, not trusting where you are right now in your life. And you're at the end of this journey, and it's like, I need to make a decision. What do I do? Do I step outside my community? Do I stay in the community? Why am I questioning my relationship, my work relationship, my, like all these community could also be like school, could be work, like could be why, like maybe some of you were impulsive and you jumped into something completely, and you're like, oh my god, why did I do this? And the Lover's showing up as like, well, what does he really want to do, Capricorn? Why is the choice card coming up again for you? Why are you feeling like unstable about something? Because you're so much in the past and in the future. You're so like you're almost afraid of being in the now moment, because the now moment will express something different for you than what you're really feeling. Like, it'll express what you're actually feeling, but you don't want to feel it. Kind of say you don't want to express it. Understand? It's like, in the past I loved this person, and in the future I might love this person, but right now I love someone else. Oh my god, I'm wrong. Or like, in the past I wanted to be I don't know, a lawyer, and in the future I think I'm gonna be a doctor, but now I want to be a jewelry maker. I'm just thinking like I'm trying to help you understand, like, you're very much in the past and in the future, and they're asking you to get present. And things have happened this past summer to you to make you question your decisions, make you question your relationships, make you question your vocation, make you question things in your life. And now is the time to sit down and actually you're on this journey. You become the observer and understand what it is that you really want in your life, in the here and the now, not in the past and the future. I hope you're getting what I'm saying. It's very clear in my mind. All right. So the new moon in Virgo is power. And the eighth house, which is the eighth house, is Scorpio energy. Just transformation, karma, facing fears, and legacies. That took me a while. Okay. So changes are coming for you in this new moon. This is like there's a power struggle maybe coming up for you. Maybe a power struggle within a partnership, a business, family, something, but it's life-changing for you. Like you're moving away from karma, moving into something fresh and new. You're moving, like you're putting death to the old, and you're moving into the new. And the only way to move into the new is to be in the moment. Old energy lives in the past, and it lives in the future. New energy lives in the right now. As you watch this is the new energy. You're feeling just the cards at this moment in time. So very interesting energies for you, Capricorn. As an earth sign, you are being like a bit tousled this week. You are being asked to observe your reactions, your responses. You're being asked to observe the way you feel about others, the way you feel about yourself, but like it feels to me like relationships, or these little flings that you've had this summer with this Knight of Wands. But it's an interesting time for you, so pay attention. Also try to live right now and in your mastery, because you have reached that stage. I love you, Capricorn. Check your rising and your moon for other messages. And also I do tarot readings and Akashic records, and you can DM me in Instagram, or you can send me an email down below. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Gemini. We got this amazing magician. The magician is ruled by the planet of Mercury, which is you, Gemini, and Virgo, but it's mainly you. This speaks to me, you showing up in your reading speaks to me that you're ready, and it's a one card. You're ready for something new to happen in your life. You're ready for fresh beginning. You're ready to like step on that freaking podium and create your best life. You're ready to live your best life. Even though you may have this summer, I just feel like there was some hesitancy for you. There was some setbacks for you. There was like a facade a little bit. And now you're like, okay, I'm done with the facade. I'm done with everything else. And I'm going to step into my power kind of thing. Very beautiful freaking energy with this Santa Claus here. All right. So we're doing Oracle and Tarot. And I have 2 messages for your new moon. So we have Go the Distance. 4 + 7, 11. We have a divine card here. Go the distance. Some of you are being asked to move really quickly away from a relationship, away from a project, a job, away from a certain person perhaps, away from someone that's holding you back. Maybe some of you going on a road trip. Maybe some of you are going on a long distance travel, or traveling, but far, feels to me. Maybe some of you are doing a marathon or a triathlon. Higher power, beautiful card. Stepping into connecting with your higher self, connecting with your divine self, getting more connected, and a change in the wind. Change is upon you, my beautifuls. But with this beautiful magician, it makes sense. King of Swords. Aquarius energy. Interesting. The 2 of Cups. Soulmate energy. Or if it's under the higher power, it's like you connecting truly with yourself. Woo! Look at these cards. Emperor energy. Aries. But like King of Swords and the Emperor. These are like strong, and the Magician. These are strong, divine, masculine energies right here. This is like ego, very egoic energy, very controlling, manipulative energy, but also could be very loyal and faithful energy. Could be a father figure, could be a grandfather, a husband, a male in your life that's very domineering in a good way or a bad way. But the King of Swords as well, it's very cold, very straight to the point kind of male figure in your life. But it also could be a judge, a lawyer, a notary, a policeman. Could be like a teacher as well. Could be someone just very like a straight to the point. Right? That's the King of Swords. And then there's the Magician, right? The Magician is also knows what he wants. He just has to tap the wand. Wow, these are some. When I saw this and go the distance, I felt like some of you are either in the middle of a court battle, a separation, a divorce, a contract negotiation, or something like a legality perhaps, and it's like go for it. What are you waiting for, Gemini? Why are you holding back? What are you doing? Call the lawyer, call the judge, whatever it is. Like call these people, get this done, because you've been like holding back, and it's like go the distance, do it. Stop hesitating, stop worrying, stop doubting yourself. You are in the right place right now. The Magician showing up. It's time to create your own reality. So obviously not everybody here is in a court case or whatever, but there's the feeling of like maybe you wanted to quit your job, maybe you wanted to change your job, and the King of Air is like, yo man, jump. Aquarius energy is like, go for it. Stop thinking about things. Although the Aquarius is our thinkers, but the King of Swords just knows what to do. He's going the distance. He's just like, yo, it could be someone in your life that is like, that you're needing to support you on this journey, to just encourage you. He's not a big encourager. He's just like a, just do it. What the frick are you waiting for? kind of energy. That's what he is. Like very bold-faced. Like, what is going on? Why are you holding on to this fairy tale? Or why are you holding on to this story? Why are you playing in this illusion? What are you doing? Just move. Go. That's the energy I feel here. Like, and quickly, too. For some reason, there's some of you that might be writing a book or publishing or editing or something like that. Putting pen to the paper, or I don't know, just do it is what I'm saying here. This is that energy. Just whatever you've been thinking about doing, that project, that business, that new relationship, but whatever it is, just go for it. It's very 11, it's very obvious. Like the King of Swords is like this energy of no bullshit. It's like the Queen of Swords. And then here we have this higher power with the Two of Cups showing up. It's like, Gemini, have you forgotten who you are? Like, you are such a like strong soul. It's like lighting up inside you. You could also be meeting your soulmate, your twin flame, someone that's the merging of the flames here, the merging of a divine feminine or a masculine energy, whatever that is for you. Or maybe you're like lighting up. You're activating and you're starting to see things differently, feel things differently. Right? There's this soulmate energy, this partnership, but it doesn't necessarily have to be with a physical being. It could be a soul that's somewhere in this world that you're feeling his or her energy as well, because you're moving up into your higher power, into your higher self. That is very like out there, but not for me. Okay, but there's also a feeling that some of you might be meeting someone, but you need to go the distance before this comes in for you. You need to move away from something, or you need to move fast into something so that this like activates within you. like big time, because the change in the wind and the emperor, it's like, and as soon as you like go this distance, as soon as you make this move and you step into your higher power, the change is instant. It's like a change in the wind, like boom. Like you are going to be like awakened to your power. You're going to be awakened to your leadership role. Or there's like someone coming in and resisting you, and you're going to be like, no man, no, nobody puts baby in the corner. Right? Like, so there is like these two different analogies coming up for me. So there could be someone trying to control you, manipulate you, like you in an egoic way, control you, and you're like, no man, no, I've tapped in, so I'm ready for the next step. I've left, I've like moved on, and I'm accepting the change happening within me, and I'm not going back, kind of thing. Or it could be you stepping into your emperor role finally, Gemini, and saying, okay, what's next? I can take it on, right? It's that leadership role that you've been hiding away from. Because like I said, like before, you've been living in the facade world, and now you're like having to step into this, push into this role. And the magician's like, yes, we're ready. Let's do this. So whatever it is in your life, whether it's love, whether it's a career, whether it's just you needing that little push, if you go the distance, if you make that leap into the unknown, if you go for it, whatever it is that you've been holding back on for the past few months, you're stepping into something miraculous. Your higher self is going to activate. You're moving into like an enlightened part of yourself, and you're going to step into your mastery, my Geminis. A change is coming. We got 4s and 4s here. 4s are like foundation, setting up that firm foundation within you. We got a 3, a 2, 2, 3, 4. Like everything is like setting itself up for victory. I love it. And we have the 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. I love it. So this is the new moon in Virgo message. Like, come on, man. Success, man. It's fucking beautiful. And then we have the mutable signs, which you are. Mutable are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Aquarius. Aquarius? Yeah. So mutable is like you're adaptable. No, not Aquarius. Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, Pisces. Excuse me. Surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. Change is in the air, people. You're ready for change. It's kind of like a magician as well. It's like flexibility, because you have the wand in your hand and you can make changes as you go. So new moon in Virgo is bringing towards you success in whatever it is that you've been holding on to, holding back from, and resisting. You're moving towards that. And it's going to feel very comfortable for you, because you are a mutable sign, and it's like you're not fixed. It's going to be a change that's like flowing to you. Freak out. Like, come on, man. We needed this, Gemini. I love this energy for you, man. So this week is like, expect some changes coming towards you. Be open to it and stop kind of thinking about it and just go with the flow. But it's requiring you to make a little leap and jump, and know that the magician, which you are, is there to set it up for you. It's time to live your best life. Gemini, I love you. And this is amazing. And I will see you next week. Check your rising and your moon if this didn't resonate with you. And also, I do tarot readings and Akashic records. You can DM me. I love you so much, and have a great new moon in Virgo. Bye. Are we crooked? I don't really care. Hello, my beautiful Libra. So we got the Queen of Earth, the Queen of Pentacles, which is like Mother Earth, really. It's also like the connecting with Mother Earth, but the Queen of Earth feels like an energy of nurturing and coming back home with the family. Or even if you're single, it's just coming back home to yourself, connecting with Mother Nature, going into like swimming, hiking, sitting in the trees, standing on the grass, really doing whatever it is that you feel this connection. Connecting with yourself again. You are Mother Nature. Your body is Mother Nature. Loving yourself fully, self-love. Go to the spa. Go on the vacation that you deserve. Take some time away. There's a feeling here that some of you are being asked to start a project, but more about the environment, or a sustainable project, something that will that makes you happy, that connects you with earth. So maybe some of you are in herbalism, or some of you are working with natural products. There's just a really good feeling here for me. I feel like it's a lot of connecting with your immediate family, or like your family and friends as well. There's a bit of an emptiness for you here. So it's also Capricorn energy, so that could be relevant. So this, we have 2 cards for the new moon in Virgo. We have no place like home. Interesting. Okay. No place like home. That's the feeling I get here with this home. This, although the home is hanging in the air, so I don't know what that means. Let's see. Maybe you're feeling limbo at home. Maybe you're feeling like stuck. I don't know. Let's see. Loyal heart. And beautiful energy. Clean it up. Maybe you need to clean your home and renovate. Right. Maybe you haven't cleaned your house and this is a sign. Ace of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Coming in here. The 6 of Wands. Leo energy. And the Knight of Cups, which is a Pisces energy. When I say the signs, they don't necessarily have to mean anything like specific. It's just there for you. Maybe that they're in your birth chart, or maybe they're people that you know. But right away, I see all these beautiful energies here, and it feels like some of you are actually might be thinking of moving home, moving away from your house, moving like actual city or country. That's why it's in the air here, like you're in the air kind of thinking about it. Or maybe you're thinking of renovating and bringing in a fireplace into your home, like making it more homey. Maybe some of you are buying furniture, whatever it is. There's a feeling like you either working on your home to make it as comfortable as possible as we move into the fall and winter in the Northern Hemisphere, or maybe some of you are actually being asked to, like a new chapter, a new beginning is happening in your life. It's time to step into, move away from your current home and go into nature, go by the beach, go to the forest. There's a feeling here, some of you. Let's see what else there is here. There's definitely a new chapter happening for you. So you could be like, you could be young and watching and moving into your first apartment, or you could be like moving into your first home, like, or going back to a childhood home. I don't know what, it just feels really good to me. There's like a new opportunity coming for your way. Maybe some of you are renovators, or what do you call those? Like flippers. And like you found a new opportunity. So, then there's a loyal heart, the 6 of Wands. So the loyal heart is like, with this queen, like you're solidifying a relationship that you have. You are, just feels really beautiful. It's like heart, love. And the 6 of Wands energy is like success, a feeling of accomplishment and growth. But here in this card, it's like they are with the parachute, like a hot air balloon kind of thing, and on a ship. And it almost feels like, if I take these 2 cards together, like the home is in the air. Maybe you live on a boat, I don't know. But there's feeling that you're moving. like to a place with the Queen of Pentacles here, feeling to a place of in nature, right? It's a place of away from the city, a place that you've always dreamed of, perhaps, with your lover, with your partner, or it could be like your where your heart is at its best, where your heart is settled. If you're in a relationship, it feels like you could be moving all together to this place. But I really feel like there is some of you that are like actually considering this move. And it's like coming up more and more, and it's like, okay, I think I gotta do something about it because it keeps showing up. And you're questioning where your heart lies, right? Does it lie right here? Do I need to make this change? Because then I'm looking at the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is like a new love coming in, a romance showing up for you. And to clean it up, what does this speak to me? It's like either you need to clean up a relationship, you need to clean up cobwebs that are in the home, you need to clean up your mind. Why are you staying behind? Why are you settling, right? Not everybody, obviously, but there's also, it looks like if I look at it all, there's this love for flipping homes, renovating homes, and you are in the process of doing that, and you may be starting a business like that, or interior design, or real estate perhaps. There's just this feeling of you starting something that has been like your passion for the longest time, and perhaps you stopped doing that because you have children, because you got into the matrix world, and you're like, well, I can't do that. And then this is like new opportunity is showing its face again. And the Queen of Pentacles energy is like, okay, let's get real about this. Let's look at the possibilities of this. Let's look at how can you, like, she's an entrepreneur. She's a multitasker too. She has children, she has this, she has everything. She's taking care of everybody, she's nurturing everybody. She's also, that's the feeling I'm getting, is that you guys are either thinking of selling your home, buying a new home, but really looking into it carefully and understanding why it is you want to leave. Why, like, for those who are single, leaving might be great for you because you might meet the love of your life. It might clean up the cobwebs that are living in your brain or in your heart. There's like those that are in relationship. It's like it's you facing to understand: is my partner going to join me as we move? Or is it like, or they're going to stay? And you have to face some things. Like, are you staying here because you're loyal, but you're like, are you doing it because you truly love, right? And you want to stay, and that doesn't matter, right? But there's a part of you that really wants to go. And I really feel like some of you are going to have a different opportunity show up and say, hey, like the universe is going to say, this is where you're supposed to be, Libra. Why are you not listening to the call? And cleaning it up is like, there's a feeling of you needing to clean up your brain, your mind of all the programming, or cleaning up your home to sell it, or cleaning up the inside here, and getting ready for new love to come in, or getting ready for that new again, that fresh, that pureness, that innocence again, and starting all over again in a new place. And you don't have to cross the ocean. You could just go into a different neighborhood, but more connected to nature. That's what I'm feeling. What a beautiful energy. Like, it feels rewarding and like very expansive. Doesn't feel tight to me, even though there's some of you that might have to leave behind something or someone. It still feels like very freeing. All right, so the new moon in Virgo is taking risks. And Jupiter, grow and expand. Wow, man, look how beautiful these cards look together. Jupiter is a Sagittarius, is like abundance, luck, destiny, taking the risk because your heart is calling out to you saying, you need to go here, you need to connect to Mother Earth, you need to clean all that clutter in the physical and in the mental and in the emotional, because something great is coming your way. Like love is coming your way, but even if you're in a partnership, it could be love of a place, love of, something, but you're needing to listen and take that risk and go for it, Libra, whatever this is. Really beautiful energy. I love these cards together. All right. Okay, my beautiful Libra. If this didn't resonate, you check your rising and your moon. Also, I do tarot and Akashic Records reading. You can always DM me on Instagram or here down below. I love you, and I'll see you next week. It's freaking amazing. Think about it. Rewatch this if you have to, but there's a feeling of you needing to reconnect with yourself, your soul, and with Mother Nature. However that may be, it doesn't have to be a home. You could be RVing it. You could be road tripping. You could be taking a boat, sailboat, yacht, whatever it is, but it feels like you are ready to make a move. All right. I love you, Libra, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Aquarius. So we got 9 of Swords. So the 9 of Swords, whenever I see this in a reading, it does worry me a bit. But what does it speak to me of? It speaks to me of sleepless nights, which you could be experiencing because you're going through these energies. It speaks to me of anxiety, stress, like you're holding on to something and it's all whirling around you, you're it's constantly in your mind, it's constantly in your body. It's like you're trying to free yourself from it, but it's there, and you're not knowing how to walk away from it. It's almost like something that it's a recurring energy that keeps coming back because you're not facing it. You're not putting it to bed. So let's see what these energies are, Aquarius. So we have these 2 energies for the new moon, and now we have Oracle and Tarot deck. So happy. What the heck is that? That's so funny. Okay, look, we have and then we have happy. So let's see what's going on here. Poised. I already know what that is. Round and round. The nautilus shell, one of the oldest living things in the world. Fossils. Sagittarius, temperance, patience. King of Pentacles, Taurus. 8 of Cups, Pisces. All right. When I turn the cards over, I'm like, everything makes sense again. Like when I saw happy, obviously I was like, really? But, and then I see poised. I almost feel like Aquarius, right now, like some of you might be very happy and I'm excited for you. But some of you are kind of playing in a facade mode. I think Gemini has had that for the past few months, in the facade. Now it's your turn. So you're living a life on the external, on the surface. You're pretending to be happy-go-lucky and cool about life. Yet there's a part of you that's just not working inside you. I feel like you're don't when I look at the cards, they don't say that, but the message that I'm getting is a lot of you are the King of Earth is a Taurus energy, but it's also a very stoic persona in your life, but could be very stern and hard on you, Aquarius, because you're more open and you're not so regimented. And I feel like it's on top of the poised, whereas like I feel like you're almost you kind of feel stuck with this earth energy that wants you to like live a certain way, and you're like, I don't want to live that way, that's not who I am. That's the energy I'm feeling here. Like I feel like some of you are feeling stuck in someone else's structure of life, you know, like, or there could be a father figure in your life that is or a male, or someone in your life that's making you feel like poised. Don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful energy. It's like you're elegant and you're poised. But for me, the energy here is I feel like you're having to create a persona for other people, and you're happy. Again, it's like that happiness. Like, yeah, I love to travel. I'm going out. I'm doing things. It's like a Sagittarius energy. It's a mastery energy, but it's like that balance. Sagittarius energy. Temperance is like hot and cold, like trying to balance things out. And sometimes you're happy and sometimes you're not. But you're playing a game with yourself or with other people, and it's not who you are. That's just what I'm feeling here. I feel like you're getting stuck in someone else's story. Hence this, like someone in your life, like a male figure or not, or a female, whatever, wants to like pull your ranks in, like pull you together, and like, this is the way, it's good way, this is how it should be, da, da, da. And you're like, no man, I don't work on should be's, right? Like I work on like whatever I want. And it's like you're round and round. Like you keep like coming back to the same like situation. You're like, oh, I'm back here again because I followed that way of thinking. I followed their way of doing things to make them happy, even though that's not what you do usually. But there is this part of you, some of you are like there, and you're like, okay, and then you find yourself back in the loop again. And the Eight of Cups is like, yo man, I gotta get out of here. I can't live like this. I can't live someone else's story. I can't live for someone else. I need to be free. I need to be Aquarius. I feel like kind of suffocated. That's what I'm feeling here. And everything seems really happy, the cards. Maybe it's the Nine of Swords that's making me feel this way. But I feel like some of you are in pretend mode. Like even you're poised for your boss, your colleagues, your partner, your family, and yet your mind is like on continuous like looping. You're looping. Like I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. I need to be free. I need to go away. I need to be what I want to be how I want to be. And this is you, round and round and round. And you're like, I can't. And you're not sleeping. And you're like, what the hell am I doing here? And you're like, I'm trying to look for a word. I cannot freaking find words anymore. Anyways, you're like demeaning to yourself almost. You're all you really want to do is to like travel and live freely like a Sagittarius, just to go and be happy and live like life as you want, and yet you're being held back. And it could be anybody in your life that's holding you back. And it's almost like your choice to follow that because it's seemingly stable, or it's seemingly like secure, or it's like how maybe you should be feeling. But your mind is on full force ahead, and you're needing to get out of a situation. I don't know what it is, it's a relationship, it's a job, whatever, but it's not making you as happy as everyone else thinks that you are. Do you understand what I'm saying here? And you're stuck in it. And it's not very you to be stuck in that. It's other people's stories. And I feel like some of you are playing in their stories instead of playing in yours. It's time to get out. Right? So the new moon in Virgo is blessings are coming your way. And the house 5, which is Leo energy, passion, play, children, confidence, and creativity. It's almost like you need to like tap into that. There's blessings coming your way, Aquarius. Once you release yourself from these frickin' energies, once released from these people that may think they're doing the may think that you need this in your life, but you don't. You don't need to be tied down. You cannot be tied down. That is not who you are. So blessings are coming your way, so pay attention to them, and they're going to come in forms of creative endeavors. Maybe your children will give you a message, like passion, play. Maybe when you're socializing out there, you're going to like tap into something. Like it feels to me that you are almost reneging on your creativity for another person, just to make them happy, kind of thing, just to keep them like at bay, kind of thing. I just feel like your mind is in a tour, like a roller coaster, and you're just wanting to go. You just need to be you. Just do you, Aquarius, please. I don't like this energy for you. It's not becoming of you. It's like this constant like whirling here, and you're like this round and round and round, and like it's not you. And like this living a story for other people. No, man, let's get out of this. So I hope in this week that you do with this new moon, you accept the blessings coming your way, and you start to see that it's time to live your life the way you want to live your life. Because come on. Anyways. All right. I love you. Check your rising and your moon for other messages if this didn't resonate with you. Also, I do tarot readings and Akashic records, and you can book an appointment with me on Instagram or here. I love you, Aquarius. Let's get this show on the road. All right. Bye, sweeties. Hello, my beautiful Cancer. We got moon. The moon is a Pisces energy, but it's also a water sign, a cups, so you are here. The moon is all about, it's all about a lot of things. It's about trusting your intuition, going with the flow. It's very emotional, the moon. It's also like trust, like a mystery, like nothing is as it seems, that kind of feeling. And it's like there could be someone sneaking and lying to you. Could be someone deceitful around you, hiding the truth from you. You could be hiding the truth from other people you could be hiding the truth to other people, that kind of thing, hiding the real authentic you. That's where I'm feeling about this for you, Cancer. I feel like some of you are doing things that are great and you're happy, but you're not truly living your authenticity. So let's see what's going on. This is new moon messages. Now we have oracles and tarot. Time to go. 45, a 9, end of a journey. Some of you are needing to leave behind a job, an opportunity, a relationship, a friendship, a situation in your life that's just not working, a place where you live. Maybe you need to go on vacation. Maybe you need to leave behind something, an old energy. All right. Not for you. Okay, not for you. Okay. Whatever this is, something is not for you. You see, that's that feeling, the moon energy. You're doing something in your life that is not you, and you're holding on to it. Never ending story. But look at her. She's like a fairy, and she has her hands, her head in her hands. I don't know. Let's see what's going on. Strength, Leo energy. High Priestess is Cancer or Virgo energy. But it's Cancer for me. And the Three of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. So, what is going on, Cancer? You're needing the strength to go. You're needing to be brave, to be courageous, to leave something that is not really you, that you're hiding behind. You're a facade. You're needing to leave a relationship behind. You're needing to leave something that kind of weighs heavily on you emotionally. Maybe it's a Leo you need to leave behind, or maybe it's a Leo that needs to take you and like help you move along on this path. But there is this feeling here of definitely, like I said in the moon, you are you're doing something that's not aligned with your story or your purpose or your mission. And like, it doesn't have to be your job. It could be anything. Your studies. It could be relationships, like I said, or friendship or family, or just people in your life, or like there's just something that's not aligning with you, and you are doing it because you're afraid to face that fear of abandonment. Perhaps you're faced to you're faced. You're like a struggling with your emotions in this. Like, you're worried about others, kind of thing. That's a feeling for you, and this not for you. It's like whatever this is that you're needing to leave behind, to release. Maybe it's an old energy that you're holding on to. This anxiety, it's a stress, it's like a fear. It's like I talk about in my intro. Like, we hold on to fear because it's comfortable. Even people are, no, it's not comfortable. It's very comfortable because everybody else is in fear. So it's that sameness. Everyone else is feeling it, so it feels good to me too. It doesn't feel good, but it's like, it's that comfortable, uncomfortable. And I think some of you are feeling that. You are in this, like, some of you are awakening to something different, and you're like still afraid, and you're like wanting to stay in that sameness. You're wanting to not disappoint your family, your friends, because you have another way of seeing things. You want to do something else, and yet you're in this situation and it's not for you, right? Maybe there's a person that's not for you. It's good for you. They just keep bringing you down. Maybe it's like like I said, a situation in your life that's not good for you, and you keep ruminating in it. And the High Priest is like, yo man, who are you? Cancer. You are a highly elevated spiritual being of light who has a very distinct innate knowing, and it's time to listen to that knowing. Stop listening to everybody else around you. Stop listening to the news. Stop listening to everything around you, because everything around you is just fluff. The only person that's important, the only voice that's important is inside you. It's your heart. And it's time to listen, because some of you are being asked to, like, the never-ending story feels like this. That feels like whatever the situation is for you. It's like, it's always the same story. You keep finding yourself back in the situation, whether it's anxiety, you keep whether it's this like job that you're in, whether the program that you're in, whether it's this relationship, you keep going back to it, and it's just bringing you grief every single time. It's very obvious this here. And you're not listening into yourself. You're not listening to your intuition. You're hiding behind some facade of someone else, but you're not. The Three of Earth speaks of like collaboration. Maybe you're needing to come together with other people that are aligned with you, or that they don't necessarily have to be aligned with you either on a spiritual level. They just have to like want the same things as you, kind of thing, or are encouraging with you, or are supportive. But there's this like time to go, not for you, never ending story. I just feel like you're in a loop, Cancer. You keep finding yourself in this loop of fear, of anxiety, of disappointment, of guilt, of judgment, of self, of others. And the bottom is like, yo, find that strength and bravery inside you. It's time to move. Listen, 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 and listen to your voice inside. Not your brain, in your heart. Listen to it. What is it telling you? Go with that. Stop like focusing on like the external world that is slowly dissolving. It's time to come together with your soul tribe. It's time to come together with people that listen to you, actually don't judge you, and support your every move. Like maybe it's a specific for some people, but it's very specific here. So your new moon in Virgo is a forgiveness. It's forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others who trigger you, who childhood trauma. It's time to forgive and let go. It's an old programmed energy that you hold on to. The more you hold on to this, the less you can move out into a new energy. It's time to release, or else you end up in this never-ending story, in this loop of self-pity and victimization, and I can't do this, and self-doubt, blah blah blah. House 4 is family and home, culture and family roots, home, peace and comfort. Spend some more time at home with your family or alone. Whatever it is that you need to find that support. Go find that support system, Cancer. You need it the most. You're super emotional. You need it. And, find those people that actually trust your choices and actually believe in you and support you unconditionally. It's a really beautiful reading, a very like emotional one too, very heavy, but it's like you're being truly asked to go. Let go of something that's been hanging over your head, because you're not really listening to your innate. You're not listening to what your heart is telling you. You just keep listening to your mind, and your mind is the programmed. Your mind will keep you in the sorrow and the pain, will keep you in the fear and the self-sabotage, will keep you in that grief. And it's time to let go of it. That's a past energy. There's a future energy of that. It's time to live in the moment, the present, of unconditional love for yourself, for others. Whoa, what an energy, man, Cancer. All right, I love you so much, Cancer. I think you got this. I know you do. Behind all that sensitivity, you're freaking strong. So reach out to anyone around you that can listen, that knows that listens to you, and can motivate you to move away from this storyline that keeps looping in your life. All right, my beautiful Cancer. If this didn't resonate, check your rising and your moon. Also, I do tarot and Akashic Records readings, so please go ahead and DM me for a private appointment. And I love you so very much. I love you, and I will see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Scorpio. I'm giving you this face because look what we got. We got the Five of Pentacles. What is going on? Five of Pentacles is like, for those of you who know tarot, it's poverty mindset, financial setback, depression, insecurity, instability. But it's also like not seeing the glass half empty kind of feeling, but knowing that there's something coming from it. There's a reason why you're here. There's a reason why maybe you need to stop spending money. There's a reason why you've been put in this situation for you to wake up and see, you know what? Something better is coming. The pot at the end of the rainbow is actually filled with gold. That's that feeling here. So it's not all bad. So we have Oracle and Tarot, and I have some messages for the new moon in Virgo. We have milk and honey. Interesting. Milk and honey feels like abundant, right? It's good. It's a good sign. Okay. We have to the sea. Let's go to the sea, Scorpio. Let's get out of here. Okay. And imagine all the people. Yeah, you don't want me singing. Okay, so we have Justice, Libra energy showing up. The World card, which is a Capricorn energy, which is a Saturn energy. And the Eight of Wands, which is a Sagittarius energy. But we have these two major arcanas, which are pretty impressive. It's like the 11 and the 21. It's almost like halfway in the journey, at the end of the journey. So it's not as bad as we look at the overall energy. There's a feeling here that some of you maybe are at the Five of Pentacle energy because maybe some of you have been in a court battle where you've had to divvy up monies, or maybe it doesn't have to be court, but there's settlements where you've had to pay out money to someone. Maybe you're buying a business and you're like out of business, out of money, right? There's like there's that feeling, because milk and honey feels like it's good, but justice coming in feels like there's some kind of money settlement. Maybe there is a inheritance that you're gonna get money, but not yet. You're waiting and you're waiting for it. This is very specific here, but I'm feeling that could also be that some of you have saved a lot of money and you're like thinking of buying a home across the ocean, across the sea, or somewhere else, and just to the sea and the world show up here. So that's why I say across the world or somewhere else within your country or city. And it's a big chunk of money that's come out, and you're feeling like, oh my God, did I do the right thing? There's this feeling of that here, 100%. Not every single Scorpio. Some of you have invested a lot of money in a home, in a business, and you're worried about it. You're like second guessing yourself. You're second guessing this investment. Some of you must have, it's almost like you're in a place where maybe some of you feeling not financially sound as you want to be, yet the abundance is coming your way. It's almost like you're stopping yourself from gaining this abundance because you're too much in your mind, or you're too worried about, or maybe like things have happened in your past with relationships. So Justice card is also a Libra, so it's all about relationships, that you have like a poverty mindset that's like forever ingrained in your mind. Like, I need to save up, we need to like, and you're like having a hard time with this. And it's like, let your imagination loose a bit, Scorpio, and do a vision board. Really believe in that everything is there for you, for the taking, kind of thing. I really feel like some of you are being asked to answer to a call that you've been getting about traveling. You really need to move. There's some other cards here that are being asked to move as well, and here I feel like you are being asked the same question, and some of you are worried about money and finance. Well, I don't have enough money. Well, as soon as you say that, then the universe is like, okay, you don't have enough money, so your wish is my command. So like changing it up in your brain, changing that programming inside you, like going in and like, for me, what I see this milk and honey, it's like you are being gifted and blessed with abundance and love and joy and all of it. Everything is coming your way It could be coming from, like, again, a win in a court, or from a relationship, from an inheritance, or whatever. There's also that feeling that you've lost that, and you're like, you still have that mindset that you can't make it up or whatever, but there's just this feeling of new coming in for you, and you're being asked to, like, step it up, like, open that, expand your vision, like, step away from this kind of mindset. This is not, it's very you, Scorpio, to, like, drown in the, like, the idea of misfortune, or drown in the idea of, like, lack. But it's not, I'm not feeling it. The Eight of Wands energy is like a fast energy, even though this looks like really slow with this koala bear. But bamboo, right? It slowly grows, right? It takes years before it grows into anything. But when it does, it's sturdy, solid, and abundant. So there's a feeling here, some of you are being asked to really look into the investment of moving homes, moving away, or investing in a home, or in a boat, perhaps, on the sea, or going on a cruise, or traveling. But stop thinking you don't have enough. You know, the God, creator, source, provides you with the amount of money that you deserve. Not everybody could be a millionaire or a billionaire, and that's not what the creator is here for, to gift. That's why there's only 1% of them and the rest of us are not, right? Because we're all living not in that lie. We're living in this now moment. So know that whatever money you put in, if it's a money to help you with self-care, it's a money to help you on this journey, then no, it's well worth it. I just feel like you have, I feel like some of you are resisting this abundance from coming in, even though you're like, of course I'm not. But you are, in a way, because you're not allowing yourself to dream. You're staying in the practicality. The Five of Pentacles is Taurus. You're staying in that, I need to be practical, I need to be logical, I have to think of the future, I have to think of that kind of mode. Instead, they're coming and saying, yo man, we need you to just put that vision board together, dream the dream. When you dream the dream, the universe says, okay, picks the dream that is worthy of you and says, okay, let's do this. Let's get you to Africa. Let's get you to Indonesia. Let's go. It's part of your plan. So there's this feeling here that things are growing for you. Things are coming up for you. And there's a little bit of resistance on your part. And you want to stay in this darkness. But it's like, that's not where you need to be right now, Scorpio. We want you to be fully abundant, fully joyful, fully blessed, on the way to whatever it is waiting for you across the ocean, across the world, whatever is waiting for you up in the sky in another realm. There's just this feeling of you having to find this balance with you. That's the justice. Finding this balance of this lack, but the blessings coming your way. So where do you want to put your attention on? The blessings? I think so. Or that you will be provided for? I think so, right? Stop with the lack and stop with the like, oh, I can't. Then the universe is like, okay, then I'm gonna have to like fulfill those wishes. But something great is coming your way, man, Scorpio. You have the world at your feet, man. Some of you are traveling for sure. Some of you are being asked to tap into your creativity. Maybe some of you have like been so worried about money that you haven't been able to do any projects, do anything creative. You've been too like, your mind has been too like bogged down by the practicalities of this illusion. And it's like, no. Like, start writing if you want to write. Start doing poetry. Start drawing, painting, underwater basket weaving. Do whatever the hell you want, honeys, but do it. Start living in that imaginary world, because that imaginary world is real world. And start like, and if you want to travel, you go. If you want to like leave, like move away, then you go. I just feel like there's blessings coming all around you. So this is just like a little like hiccup in the road. All right, let's see what's happening in new moon in Virgo. Truth. Kind of interesting, because I was going to say this with the justice, but then I didn't. So the sword of truth. Be true to yourself. Be authentically you. Stop living in this like, if authentically you means living in the darkness and living in the poverty, then it's not really. It's your authentic ego self. Let's stand in our truth and our power. And our truth is that we are beautiful, powerful beings of light, fully abundant, fully joyful, unconditionally loving and loved. And that is the truth of where we're heading. And this is what the new moon is asking you to do, is to live in that truth. And water, which is you. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. Be compassionate with yourself. Tap into that intuitiveness. Imagine, start like imagining the world that you want to live in. It works. Trust me. I was just telling a friend of mine, I have a friend that did a vision board, and everything has come true for her on that vision board. So like, get on that vision board, my beautiful Scorpions. I just feel like you always tend to dive deep into the dark, which is fine because that's your strength. But there's so many opportunities here. And you might even get a phone call or an email or a text that's really important to you this week, that's offering an opportunity. So pay attention to that, my beautiful Scorpions. So I love you lots. And if this didn't resonate, you check your rising and your moon and your Mercury and your Jupiter and whatever you want to check. And I love you so much, and I will see you next week. And please email me or DM me. I could do private tarot readings and Akashic Records reading. Sorry, I'm losing like my words. It's like, I don't even know. I can't even explain. I love you. Bye Taurus. Bye Scorpio. Hello, my beautiful Pisces. We got 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords is a very interesting energy, because the 8 is a strength card in general, but the 8 of Swords is a Gemini energy. It's also a very mental energy, which is like a lot of heavy thoughts, like a self-sabotage card. Like some of you have done something and you're like, or you haven't done something and it's just weighing heavily, and you have to face it. You have to come to terms with something that has been done or hasn't been done. You know, it's that energy of like kind of floating energy. Like, what do I do? Do I stay like in this depressed mode, or do I free myself? But by freeing myself, am I really free? Like, that's what's going on in here. Like, there's a lot of heavy energy here. So we have 2 messages for your new moon. Now we have a yin energy, which is divine feminine energy. Divine feminine is usually earth and cups. So it's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But yin energy is very emotional, but also earth is grounded and stable, but it's mostly an emotional sign. It's mostly working with your feelings, and it's about nurturing each other, and it's not a very active, like a divine masculine. You're more action. You're more emotional. So, building blocks. breathe. That's good. With the Eight of Swords, you need to breathe. The Five of Cups in reverse. So the Five of Cups is a Scorpio energy, but the Five of Cups is like seeing the glass half empty, like having a hard time coping with life, having a hard time coping with the decision that you made. But it's in reverse, so that's a release. That's good. Page of Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So lots of signs showing up here. And the Ten of Wands, it's Sagittarius energy. Still very heavy energies though here in the bottom. Yin is like, so a lot of you are having to make a decision or have made a decision, but it's a very emotional decision. It's something that is has been heavy on your heart. You're not sure, like Eight of Swords, you're not sure if you're what the outcome of this decision is going to be for you. You're like in limbo, kind of. And the Five of Water is like, it explains that to me. It's like the Five of Water is like, you're just waiting slowly and you're trying to see how the reaction is on the other side. Like you've established something, you've created something in motion, and you've received a very emotional reaction or response from it, and now you're like, what do I do with it? Like you're moving through it very cautiously, is what I'm seeing here. And some of you are being asked to start building blocks. So maybe start a new foundation, create a new, whatever this is, whatever it is, that decision that you made was build a new relationship within the relationship perhaps, or a new one, completely different. Build a new business, a new project, whatever this is that this decision that you've made that was very difficult for you, it's still weighing heavy on your heart. You're being asked to like step it up, like stop like drowning in that energy. You're just like holding yourself back from starting fresh, starting a new beginning. The Page of Swords energy is like that. Is like perhaps you need to communicate with this person, this situation that you're in. Open up the lines of communication. Try to figure out what went wrong. Why is it so hard for you to make this decision? Why is it so hard for you to move on from whatever this is that holding you back, or whatever it is that you've like decided? Whatever this was not easy for you. It really weighs heavily and weighed heavily on your heart. And in the process of releasing it, you're still like in limbo. Like I've said this already, but you're still like kind of on the seesaw of life. And you're like, was it right? Should I have done something different? And this is like, it's time to start fresh, Pisces. I mean, either bury this and move forward completely on a different path, in a different area, in a different project, like or a different relationship. Like what's done is done. Like you feel, it feels like you're floating in the air and you're like happy there, but it's not good, because you're there's no stability here. And here it's like Page of Swords is like, start that project, like get clear this time, get there's the fine lines, get that contract out again, like be clear as what you want in this relationship, be clear with what you want in this new project, this new business, this new, like whatever it is. Like maybe you weren't clear before and you muddled it all up because you got your heart involved in it. And now it's like, okay, let's start fresh. Let's start from scratch. So whatever it is going on in your life, you're needing to start from scratch. Whether it's a relationship with a sibling or a child or a partner or friend or even a business thing. The Page of Swords is like, keep your heart outside of this. It's an air sign. Let's keep our minds like focused. And let's write down everything so that we know for the next time that this is what I want, this is what you want, kind of thing. And there's no gray area, there's no gray zone here. I think it's really actually that it's really necessary to like get down and dirty, Pisces, right now, and like look through all these relationships you have, and like it's in every area of your life, and the ones that are really weighing heavy on your heart, put it all down there and say, okay, what is I need to do now? Like one block at a time, you know, like Legos. Like, okay, this is my values. Okay, second, this is for a business, this is what my forecasted revenue is. If it's like a relation, this is how I want to be treated, you know. So it's so different, different blocks. But let's get those blocks laid out, and then you get clear on what it is, and write it all out if you have to, but get clear about it. Because I feel like here with this yin and this 5 of cups in reverse, I feel like you went in with all heart, and you weren't you left logic behind you, and now you're in this stage and you're like, oh my god, what do I do, right? Get clear, get focused, my beautiful Pisces. And the future card is like breathe, like learn to breathe again. Some of you are like holding your breath all the time because you're like in literally and not literally, like oh, what is gonna happen next? So what have my actions caused? What do I need to take responsibility? I don't want to take responsibility. Like you're like kind of like in this, like, I don't want to use the word again, but you understand what it is. Like you're in that mode and you're like, it's not a good feeling actually. And it's like 10 of wands is like, release those burdens from you. Why are you holding on to this? What's the point of holding on to these old energies, old like all the decisions that you made in the past? Like, okay, you did them, now let's face them, overcome them, and move on. I feel like you're like I said, you're self-sabotaging yourself, you're like victimizing yourself, you're like, oh poor me kind of, and you're staying in that kind of mode, and it's not working, and you're just needing to just completely like erase that part and just start fresh and get mindful, empty that mind of yours, get clear. That's the only way to do is to empty the mind, and let's get rid of all this, like all these like underlying issues that keep coming back over and over and over again because you're not making things clear. This middle here is very clear to me. You need to get maybe you have to write some contracts down, maybe you have to change your agreements, or maybe you just have to do it for yourself as well, like just to be clear on what it is you want and stick to that, and not people please, and not like allow others to step on you, or not allow others to roll over you, or not allow your emotions to get involved too much. Your new moon in Virgo energy here is the flexibility. Be flexible. And Aries, independent, bravery, and passion. They're both showing up. Aries, like a fire sign, so not a you sign. So it's like, get that passion back in your life. What is it that you want? Where do you see your business going? Where do you see this project going? Where do you see this relationship going? With your sister, your brother, your kids, your wife, your husband, your friends. What is it that you want in your life? That's Aries. It's like getting clear, but at the same time being flexible. And I totally get that. It's like being clear doesn't mean you have to like rigid and this is what I want and I'm not moving. You're not that anyways, Pisces. You're very open and adaptable. So you can have some of this emotional energy, but also I think you need a lot of this masculine energy as well coming in. Like a more, like a balance. This is flexibility. Find the balance so that you're able to build these blocks one block at a time into like a solid structure, not one that is privy to earthquakes or tower moments, right? We need solidity here. I hope this helped some of you Pisces. I just feel like, again, it's not all it's a general reading, so that can't always resonate with every single Pisces out there. That's why you have rising and moon signs and a whole bunch of other planets in your birth chart that you can check for other messages. All right, my beautifuls, I love you and have a great week. Build those blocks one block at a time. Be patient, take the time, because it's all about you. So I do private one-on-one tarot readings and Akashic record readings. You can always DM me on Instagram or write down below in my email. I love you so much and have a beautiful week. Happy new moon.